Bart Chilton, thank you so much for coming in. We got a lot to get to today. My goodness. Yeah. Let's first get to the elephant in the room. The strikes last night on Syria's military targets in Syria. Defense sector stocks, what are we looking at this morning?
Well, they like other stocks, got a big Trump jump since the election.
Lockheed, Northrop, what do we see there as far as these guys ending?
It looks like the biggest gainer today has been Raytheon, and they make those Tomahawk missiles that they really turned out to do pretty well in the event last night. 59 missiles hit.
Saw the drama and the footage from those U.S. naval ships overnight. What about the U.S. markets? Obviously, everyone woke up bright and early, taking a hard look at that. What are we seeing? Anything go in Florida where America's missile strikes overnight against Syrian military targets are sure to add a massive twist to the highly anticipated first summit between the U.S. and China. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping met face-to-face for the first time yesterday amid rising tensions and North Korea's containment disagreements. An array of other points of bilateral friction could very well be overshadowed by the developments in Syria. For the latest week, so how has Europe responded to the strikes? I mean, there's as a whole and there's nation by nation. I'm guessing it's been pretty predictable. They go along the same lines we're seeing.
Right. So I would say overwhelmingly it's more positive. We understand. They're not going to say we support and we're thrilled that you're doing this. They understand it and they're here for us if we need them.
Kind of.
Yeah, you know, if
we ask a lot,
you know, if we beg for mercy.
Yeah.
But you know, the UK, for instance, was happy to know in advance, and their promise that they would be limited. So right now they don't have that much reason to worry, and they've also, a lot of EU countries have been upset with the way the UN Security Council has kind of delayed action, so they feel maybe this is what we need. However, what's interesting is a lot of leaders in the EU that are leaders of the far-right movement, for example, Marine Le Pen, are very upset with Trump. They're not happy that he was so quick to jump, or in their eyes, were so quick to jump into Syria without any evidence, as they say. So it will be interesting moving forward to see how they act in their elections coming up, to see if they'll still align themselves with Trump. Because for so long they were saying, oh, America can do it, we can too. But now, you know, based on the way he's leading in Syria, they might start to separate.
Interesting you say that. I think that's counterintuitive to what a lot of people would think. Real quick, what kind of impact could this have on the refugee crisis moving forward with respect especially to the angry far right? In Europe, are they afraid of more refugees and they're sick of dealing with it? I mean, what are we talking about?
Well, I think that's definitely a huge part of it, because remember, it's Europe that has to intercept all these refugees. They're not all just flooding into the U.S. But it's really going to depend on if these strikes remain limited or not. If they are truly limited, then it might not be that bad. But once you start intervening, at what point do you stop? If we continue with these strikes, we could see another big influx of refugees this summer.
Yeah, everyone's holding their breath. Boom bust, Bianca Fischini, thank you very much for that.